Welcome to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. I am Patrick Kottner.
How are you today, Patrick?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a really fun episode today, and I'm excited to talk about it. Oh, Brian, you always catch me in my lies.
Who is it today?
Today we're talking with TV producer and TV writer Brent Forrester, and we're doing an episode of The Office.
The Office is the most beloved TV show of all time.
Isn't that crazy? It
He
is.
hasn't done anything else good, though.
Nothing else. Definitely not The Simpsons or The Iron Giant or Larry Sanders. Yeah, well, we didn't talk about that in this episode. But today we're talking about season 3, episode 8 of The Office.
Upload, King of the Hill.
Yep.
Uh-huh. This guy is a
The Iron
super
Giant?
talent. You already said the Iron Giant.
Okay.
He's a mega talent, and he's done some of the most beloved episodes of The Office, some of the best episodes, and he's talking to us about one of them today.
Yeah, this is the merger. This is when the Scranton branch and the Stanford branch come together. We get some Karen Filippelli. We get some Andy Bernard.
Yep. It's like when the Avengers met the Guardians of the Galaxy
Oh, my gosh. And we all remember where we were when that happened.
in the movie theater.
We were in the movie
Yeah.
theater. We were sitting there in the dark, and we said, look, it's Star-Lord. Look, it's Iron Man.
And Thor's with him.
And Thor's with all of them. We get some Martin Nash. We get some Tony Gardner.
Tony's great.
Tony's great.
Yeah.
We get the one other woman whose name is... We get some Hannah Smoltridge
That's right,
Barr.
Hannah. Yeah, and Creed is inappropriate with her.
Yes.
This is a great episode. He was really great. He
Yeah.
gave us a lot of insight, and I got to say, we were really great.
Whoa. You never say that.
No, it's-
Usually we end and you go, oh, boy, another one.
No.
Oh, boy.
Yep. I do the motion of crumpling up a piece of paper and throwing it in the garbage can at the end of every episode. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where I feel like they should be. But this is a really, really good episode. This is what we're going to win our potty for.
I think The Office is on every streaming service.
Yes. Yep.
Right?
It's on Peacock.
I
It's
should
probably
say-
on your wall on Blu-ray or DVD.
Yeah. We watched the television cut.
Yes, not the extended edition.
Not the extended cuts, because they've gone back and added 87 minutes to every episode on Peacock.
Sometimes it's just static.
Yeah. But this one, a television cut, and it's great. And you should watch it again, because this episode
But with
is very
us talking
funny.
over it.
Yes. We get some real good insight.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. The merger. One of, and I would say this even if you weren't here, one of the best episodes of The Office.
Oh,
You say it
thank you.
constantly.
I do. Yeah. But like these seasons are so strong, 3, 4, like, and I had them on DVD, so I used to watch them so much. How often do you go back and watch any of these? And I guess that goes for any show that you've worked on too.
Oh, the funny thing about me is I was raised by a mom who hated television. She thought television rotted the brain. And so I never watched television growing up. And even when I worked in television, I rarely watched it.
Yeah.
I got into TV because I was an aspiring short story writer. And when I graduated from college, I was like, there's no money in short story writing. I have to pivot to something else. And I had a friend whose mom was a TV writer. That's how I got into it.
Wow.
So it's a long way of saying that I've always been prejudiced against watching television. But I'm trying to do more now. It's an interesting medium.
Yeah. Is it scary to have to introduce new characters into a show like this?
I didn't find it scary. I mean, gosh, I was so new when I wrote this episode. This was the first episode that I wrote.
Yeah.
And the whole show was super new to me. When I was writing this episode, this is really embarrassing to admit, but I did not realize it was a mockumentary.
Oh.
I was like, this is cool. My friend Greg Daniels from The Simpsons, he had hired me on King of the Hill. He's got a new show, and I wanted to, go back to TV writing after doing features for a while. And so, I came on the staff. It was not top of mind to me. I was working as what do they call it? Consultant. So I was there only 3 days a week. And, it took me a while to figure out that this was a good show.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Did they, what was their reaction to that? Did they just not notice that you weren't a super fan coming in, or they didn't
No,
care,
I mean,
or what is the
truth is I knew from, I watched the first season of the show, which was a half season.
Yeah.
And could tell, that there was something extraordinary going on here. But the people who were writing it, the OGs, Mike Schur, Mindy Kaling, Paul Lieberstein, Jen Salata, Lee and Gene, they knew that they were onto something special.
Yeah.
And Steve Carell used to say, while they were making the show, in season 2, he would say, we will never work on anything as good as this for the rest of our lives. I remember thinking that is a crazy thing to say.
Right, but he was Gru, so I mean,
he was totally wrong. Yeah. So there was a sense of the people who were working on this knew that it was special for sure, and it was actually quite different from what was on network TV at the time. There weren't any mockumentaries. There was nothing that attempted to be a mainstream comedy that was this dry, that was this naturalistic, and really nothing since. Even the other mockumentaries typically have not been this naturalistic.
Yeah, this doesn't underline the jokes. You know what I mean? Whereas other mockumentaries make it clear that, oh, this is the funny part.
Here's the joke. Yeah.
You know, Greg Daniels had a theory about that, which is he felt that you could alternate comedy scenes with drama scenes. And that was new in television. I mean, the idea was you had to have a laugh every 3 lines. And Greg's like, no, you have a bunch of laughs here, then let it go dramatic.
Oh, wow.
And that was part of the style of the show. I didn't realize it until I turned in a first draft for this thing, and Greg was not happy with it. He said, you have not got the style of the show. And he had all the 3 second in command sit down with me and explain the style of the show to me. Alternate drama with seriousness. You know, don't try to do both at once.
What do you remember about that first draft that was so different?
I think it was super joke heavy.
Yeah.
You know, and I really didn't get it. I thought you'll like me more if I give you more opportunities for laughs. I was totally wrong.
What was the writing process like for this show? You guys all broke the stories together, I'm guessing, and then went off?
Yeah. Hey, that's me.
There you go.
Yeah, typical of any TV show, you start in a period of talking about what episodes you could do. You typically do that in the first, hey, that's me again. First couple of weeks of the show are spent in talking about, you know, what did you do over the summer? What's going on in your life? What things have happened to you? What are your ideas for stories? What could be a good Phyllis Dwight story? You know,
Sure.
And you know, in that period, we're typically writing down ideas, putting them on 3x5 cards, a phrase to capture it, and then tacking it to the wall, literally. So until the entire wall is filled with hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah.
Well, probably 100 cards.
Sure.
And then we drill down on, all right, which of these realistically should we break, which means, you know, turn it from a concept into a story. Stories are broken together. You know, we card them together, which is to say we figure out the structure on 3x5 cards on a cork board. You know, many writers know that carding process. At a certain point, the writer goes off and writes a first draft. So, you know, I was sent off for a week to write this, came back in, and then it becomes sort of the property of the staff. You know, it's no longer, okay, my name's on it, but I'm not supposed to be fighting for my lines or my scenes. I'm just one of many.
You're all together.
And we're group writing at that point.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No.
It's a really good question.
Great. I can't wait.
How many, can you think of any cards that you had for ideas for storylines that you really wish they had tried?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Greg Daniels had so many funny ideas that never got made. One of them that I remember, he had one called "The Customer is Always Right." This is just a perfect idea. It's a phrase you hear all the time, and it's a phrase that Michael Scott would have embraced.
Right,
The customer is always right, and in a kind of condescending way, he would have browbeat everyone. Remember, the customer is always right. So the idea is just, what if you really had a kind of sociopathic customer come in, and Michael is insisting that he's always right, no matter what the moon. There was no moon landing. Customer's always right.
That's very funny.
We never did that one.
That's great.
How would the cards stick through seasons? Like, would you guys come back to old cards as it goes on?
Yeah, we did. And then, you know, in season 9, the final season, there was this sense of like, oh my God, this is it.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
we got to do
all the
it.
ideas we always wanted to do, we better do them now because there's no time left.
Yeah. Was that scary at the end?
It was very emotional.
Yeah.
The end of this show was very emotional
Sure.
for people. I mean, the amount of tears that were shed in the last episode, it was remarkable. And the fact that they didn't want to finish. I mean, they kept doing takes of the last scene just to delay the inevitable.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was a sense that it was almost like a funeral, people dying, you know,
Sure.
a group was dying is what it felt. I was like, you guys, we could call each other next week.
And they hang out a lot. They still do. I feel like they're all in commercials together.
Yeah.
They're doing podcasts. It's great.
True. Very true.
Would you be on set for your episodes?
Yes, the writers were always on set during the shooting of the episode. So they would sit next to the director. The directors were coming from outside and didn't know the show as well as the writers. So the directors were taking care of the camera placement and talking to the actors, but the writer was there to say, here's what we're tracking season-wise, here's the backstory of this character, etc. It's very collaborative.
Yeah. Was the writer's room in the building?
Not exactly in this building where you're seeing the scene shot. This was within the soundstage. Was where this was shot, but the writer's room was very close by. The whole show was shot in Panorama City, far from the glam of Hollywood. And this was done for a couple of reasons. One, it was cheaper. There was just a giant industrial parking lot with a warehouse that we converted into a soundstage and an office building where the writers and the editors worked. That office building is the exterior. When Michael Scott parks his car and walks into a building, that's where the writers work. Crazy. Downstairs are the editors, upstairs are the writers.
Oh, wow.
And then the interior of the office is 200 meters away in a warehouse that's converted into a soundstage.
I think I always assumed it was the same building.
I did too.
Right?
Kind of sad. Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew it was a warehouse spot, so I didn't know.
It's movie magic.
Yeah.
The exterior is one place.
It worked.
The interior is another place. And then we do what's called editing.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait,
please.
explain editing.
Well, there is some tricky stuff because sometimes a camera will be in Michael's office, point out the window, and see the parking lot, and that does require a little movie magic. You've got to, literally cut from one location to another.
Oh, okay.
Incredible.
It is incredible. It's fun when stuff comes together like that, and 15 years later, I'm still like, wait, how did you do that?
Yes.
Is this the thing that people talk to you about the most, or Simpsons, or what is the thing?
Oh, yeah, no, both of those. I happen to have lucked onto two really culturally important shows.
Yeah.
The Simpsons at the early part of my career and Office much later. Yes. And, stylistically, they're at opposite ends of the pole.
Sure.
I like to teach comedy. If you ever want to learn comedy, go find me at brentforrester.com. I teach the cheapest writing class in the world because my goal in life is to encourage young artists. And I remember being a struggling artist myself.
Yeah.
When I teach comedy, one of the things I talk about is tone. And, I was on this show and they would browbeat me about tone. The tone is off in your script. Like the first time, my merger tone was off. I always was terrified when people would bring up tone. What is it?
Yeah.
And here's my micro lecture on tone. It's a pole. It's a spectrum from artificial to realistic. And on one pole, animation, on the other, mockumentary. Animation is sort of the most artificial thing you can do. It's cartoons at high pace doing surreal things. Mockumentary is, imitating real life.
Sure.
So I was lucky enough to start on one pole and end on the other stylistically.
Yeah. When do you think you figured out when you were like, I don't need to worry about people asking me about tone anymore? Like, how long did that take?
I think it was 4 years after this show ended. I was on Space Force with Steve Carell again and still getting shit about my tone. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. I think I figured this out.
I love the tone of Space Force.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Greg said something brilliant one day on that show where it was an episode I'd written called War Games.
I didn't like the tone of that one.
We're doing a War Games episode on the moon, trying to what would this look like? And so Greg said, well, maybe we could what would War Games on the moon be like? Well, create suits with little balloons on them and give the people BB guns, and that'll imitate like if you were on the moon shooting a gun, your suit gets pierced. So we do these suits, and they put balloons on the actors' costumes. They're giant pink balloons. It was ridiculous. I was like, I'm gonna be fired by Steve Carell for this tone busting garbage. And then Greg walked in. I go, Greg, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to be giant pink balloons. He goes, don't worry, don't panic. Make them smaller. Make the balloons smaller. Make them black. And I was like, and suddenly it worked. And that was a tonal issue.
Yeah.
And then Greg, in his incredible quotable way, he said, comedy is a balance between the plausible and the absurd.
Wow.
It's like, God damn it, he's a genius.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Upload too, which was the most, it went totally absurd, that show, but also really sweet, really dark, really, it's great. You worked on that as well, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, he created that and I worked on that one as well, yeah.
What was that like?
Oh, so interesting. So Upload, Greg was inspired by Bollywood movies where he said, in India, traditionally, the poor people go to the movies and they can only go, once a year. That's all they can afford. Greg's never been to India. He's only read about it. But he said, so when they go to the movies, it's got to be everything. It's got to have romance. It's got to have dancing. It's got to have mystery. It's got to have murder. And he goes, I want Upload to be that. It's got to have 9 different things at once. Yeah. It was hell to be in that writer's room.
And the ending of that show I thought was going to be uplifting. Well, it was very heartbreaking, very sad.
You know what? I haven't watched the last episode of the season.
Yep.
I can't wait.
It's great. It's great. It's great.
I can't wait.
The 2 leads are so great on that show, too.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
How would you guys balance giving people all their due in each episode? I feel like there's so many goddamn people on this show.
Yeah.
And sorry to all the 8-year-olds that are listening.
Yeah.
There's so many goddamn people. But trying to give everyone their chance to shine.
Oh, it's super hard.
Pain. Yeah.
Super hard. I mean, part of what
also I want to talk about this once we're done with
Lazy
that.
Strand,
Yes.
It was super hard. There's sometimes 18 people in the cast, all of which are super important. It was very, very difficult. You do an A story, a B story, and sometimes a C story. And that would, take care of 6 characters.
Yeah.
2 battling each other in each of those. And then you would just somehow try to give people their due. And, you take a guy like Creed. He would typically have just a few lines in an episode, but he really popped.
Yeah.
It helped that the characters were very distinct, and you could give them very little, and they'd be memorable.
Yeah. This is very soon after Lazy Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like within 6 months, maybe within it. Yeah. Did you have to get anyone to sign off on this? Like, did NBC have to sign off on this? Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember
Lonely Island
anybody
with the music. I don't know. It's just,
no.
Okay.
I don't remember any of that being a problem. The issue was keeping the beat.
Sure.
And we literally couldn't figure out what do we do here. We got like a little click track, tick, 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 and we would play that and then cut it at the last second, and they would try to internally remember the beat.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it's very funny. It's she's great on this show too.
Oh yeah,
I really like her. We were rewatching this last night, and I was like, I wish she had stayed on the whole
I do
show.
too. I wish there was a way to keep her as well.
Rashida Jones, a completely luminous person. There's something that she just radiates this kind of light and energy when you're around her, and it comes through on screen. And it was really heavily debated who should come and play this part, because the cast had really gelled, and finding somebody who could come in and make it work was super hard. There were a lot of great actresses rejected for this part, and Rashida quite appropriately won the day.
I mean, you guys really, between Ed Helms and Rashida, like, lucked out so hard. Like, 2 of the funniest, most talented, charming people.
Yeah, this scene here, I remember specifically being very excited about this scene because I knew Ed Helms was a big comic personality. And putting him against Rain was going to be great. And you could see the way in that last scene they're kind of physically jousting. Yeah. That was the core of this episode to me, was putting these 2 guys together and having them butt heads.
Yeah.
Which Andy do you prefer? Do you like the evil one or the singing happy one?
Ed Helms is so good. It's funny. He has a style of performance. Greg Daniels described it as a guy with a machete hacking away in one direction. And you can tell him, Ed, no, we want you to do something else. And he'll just hack away in another direction. He's the opposite of introspective as a performer. He's outrospective. And it's just a kind of a comic genius based in his energy as a person. The tricky part for him was when he became the boss.
Yeah.
His character was so eager to be liked that he didn't cause enough problems for people.
Sure.
What was the moment when you guys decided, he should be the boss?
Hugely debated. You can see at the end of, I think it's the end of season 7 or 8, 7. Where we're bringing in all of these people who are kind of auditioning for the role of office manager, and we were literally auditioning them to be the new Michael Scott. And
was that that was like real?
100%.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it could have been Ray Romano. It could have been Jim Carrey. They both came in, right? Wow. And the staff, the writers and the cast were very into the idea of Rainn Wilson being the boss.
Sure.
In some ways, just because he'd sort of earned it, he'd been there forever. Yeah. And as I recall, Ed Helms really liked that idea too. But the network really pushed for Ed because he had just been the star of The Hangover.
Sure.
And they said, we got a movie star on our hands. And they remembered that had happened with Steve Carell. Steve had been a kind of fan of people who were fans of comedy, or he was a star for people who are fans of comedy, but not that well known. And then he was in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and that really kept the show on the air because that happened between seasons 2 and 3. So they saw the same thing happening with Ed Helms. It's a star of The Hangover. Put him as the boss.
Sorry, Jim Carrey. Not enough.
Romano was really funny. Like he gelled really well with it.
They're all really funny in that episode. I feel like there's like 4 or 5 of them that come in where you're like,
Ricky Gervais came in through the Zoom.
Yes, great. That was great.
Was there talk of making D'Angelo Vickers the boss for longer?
No, he was only going to come in for a little arc, a 4-episode arc.
I loved him on it so much.
Yeah. He was interesting because he's a sketch performer, and you talk about finding tone.
Yeah.
You know, his natural instincts are very big and broad, although he's a really great actor and brought it down. I love what those guys found together. The scene where Steve Carell and Will Ferrell meet in a bar
and they don't know.
Just
so good.
Unbeatable as a comedy scene.
Was there ever, I've always wanted this, Paul Rudd, was there ever any talk of Paul Rudd coming on at any point? Because you get all the other Anchorman guys.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it felt like it was maybe leading eventually to Paul Rudd also coming on, but
he's the final boss.
Maybe that was just high school Patrick's brain being like, we gotta have Anchorman here.
I'm sure it was discussed, but I don't remember ever trying to create a character for him or going after him, although it would have made a ton of sense. Okay, so this scene here, God, this was so fun to do this as a set piece. And hopefully in the DVD extras, there's some stuff here that we cut out. There was one thing that I was so delighted with, where Michael comes in with a giant set of playing cards. Did that make it into the DVD extras?
I don't know.
He says, pick a card, and somebody does, and it's like a King of Hearts. Oh, and he says, is it a King of Hearts? And it is. And then he reveals that the entire deck is just a King of Hearts.
Great.
And he acts like this is an incredible magic trick. And he goes, if you're a good salesman, you will be a King of Hearts. And just the way he plays it, like, that was brilliant. And it's the worst magic trick in the world.
That's amazing. Were the walls in here, were they movable?
No. This is a
So
real
you're
office.
just fitting cameras in there.
Yeah, you got
much
to put
as
the
you can.
cameras in the corners of the room. This guy's a great actor, by the
poor
way.
guy.
He's like a Shakespearean
Really?
trained
Oh, wow.
actor.
Yeah.
I remember saying to him after a couple takes, I was like, bro, you are a really good actor, and you've totally nailed the zone of performance here.
Yeah.
And he said that his acting coach said to him, you're a big guy, so act small.
Oh, great.
And he played everything
Oh,
quiet and
wow.
eternal, which was wonderful.
He's great in this, but he also feels like he would be good on the British Office too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
he's got that like
dead
small sensibility. You're right.
Yes.
What was shooting this part like, where you had to push him up on the
Oh,
table?
I mean, it was really hard to get through this because it was just so funny. When they get under Tony and try to push him up on the table, I mean, actors in close proximity, there's an energy that happens where they frequently just will start laughing hysterically. It was very hard for them to get through this scene, specifically when they're under him trying to push him up.
Yeah.
They were just peeing themselves with laughter.
I feel like Stanley has the out where he's just looking
look
at
at the
his
book.
crosswords all the time, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to not laugh,
Yeah.
I imagine. You know.
Look at this. This is 3 really good actors about to have the time of their lives.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just
Under the Hawk.
Under the Hawk. That I think that was the thing where Carell just couldn't take it when the Hawk line was.
Yeah. They're all doing pretty good though. They're all
Yeah.
Oh.
You can see honestly he's about to break there.
Yeah.
I like that he didn't realize Lazy Scranton was supposed to be funny.
Did you guys like writing the bigger castings because you could get everybody into it? Like, was that did you try to do that more often because it was an easy way to service everybody? Or
The
what is
office scene, the conference room scenes. Yeah, conference room scenes are a great way to do what on the show we had a phrase, we called it a killing field. And that sort of meant like you would introduce an idea and then shots could be fired from all directions, meaning everybody could get a line off in there. That was called a killing field.
Yeah.
And it is helpful to be in a conference room where everybody's there.
Sure. Who are your favorite recurring characters to write for?
You mean in the main cast?
No, outside of Office.
Like a Keckner?
Like a Keckner.
Oh,
or like
Keckner's great.
Yeah. Was there anyone else that
Oh, well, if you name some, I'll tell you.
Oh, boy. Pam's brothers.
No, Jim's brothers.
Jim's brothers.
Yeah.
You're right. Jim's brothers.
Yeah.
Pam's mom. Who
I
else
like
do we
Dwight
got?
was really funny.
I like Dwight's love interest, who was Pam's friend that they met at the wedding. And she
yeah,
comes
yeah.
back a bunch of times.
Yes,
I thought she
yes.
was
Yeah.
great. She was a good mark for him.
I mean, the whole Dwight world.
Yes.
Yes,
very interesting,
it did pull in some great character actors for sure. Yeah, the casting on this show was amazing. Of course, within a season or two, the actors had all discovered, like, oh wow, this is the place you want to be, where you can do your comic chops, but also do good dramatic acting. So we always had incredible guest cast coming in.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, this is one of my favorite lines that I ever wrote, by the way.
You didn't write it?
I wrote this line. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Dwight will win the battle, but I will win the next battle.
That's great.
Did you ever want to be on it? Because some of the writers got to be on the show.
You're in the finale.
Yeah, in the finale.
The finale. Yeah. Well, I never was an actor, so I never really had that ambition. But yeah, it is kind of sad that everybody got to be on the show except for me. One line in the finale.
Yeah.
You could have been the new boss. That would have been great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, NBC. I know Ed Helms was just in The Hangover, but it's actually
But I
going to be
would really
me.
like to be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, some of the actors were so memorable in that. Justin Spitzer played a doctor in one episode, and I was like, my God, he was born for this. He's one of the writers. You put him in Scrubs, and I was like, what? He missed his calling.
Yeah.
This guy should have been an actor playing a doctor.
Yeah. I heard you talking about Paul Lieberstein in an interview about how he just didn't like the attention early on.
No. It's one of the great practical jokes in the history of television. Is Paul was a writer. I knew him from King of the Hill. We were writers together, and Paul is a brilliant writer, great director, and never acted in his life. In fact, Paul is so shy. If two people are talking to him at once, he'll just start blushing from that amount of attention. And the idea that you were going to put him in front of the camera, it was kind of Greg's practical joke on Paul. Yeah. He's like, oh, this will be funny. We'll just, but Greg was very interested in trying to create a sense of realism. Yeah. And so he was casting non-actors. Phyllis, for example. Phyllis was cast because she was the casting director's assistant. And when videotapes would come in of casting, you would hear Phyllis off camera reading the lines with the actors. And so Greg said at one point, can you turn the camera around on that woman who's always reading with the actors? That was Phyllis. He's like, oh, she looks real.
Amazing.
Cast her.
Yeah.
All right. Her first time acting on a show.
Multiple Pixar movies now.
Yeah, now she's a star
Good job.
$1 billion franchise.
Well, it's incredible how the actors, Phyllis and Paul, for example, came to embody these characters. Paul more than anybody. I mean, Greg said to me at one point that when he watches The Office, he does sometimes notice a false note. Like, he'll be like, oh, you're an actor, but I can see you acting in that. He said the only person he never feels that about is Paul.
Wow.
And Paul had no acting training. The legend is that on day one, he was so horrified to have to act with these great actors. And the other actors were very sympathetic. And they came to him, Steve Carell in particular, and said, Paul, don't move your mouth at all. Don't move your face at all. Do the bare minimum to get the words out of your mouth. And that will be your acting style. Yeah. And so that's what Toby is, right? He's like,
and arguably, he's one of the funniest ones on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that helps that he did not have any hang-ups beyond get the camera off of me or whatever,
Yeah, and he got a lot out of the fact that Carell was reacting to him.
Yeah.
And so this built-in joke of Carell being enraged at this guy who's just a blank slate really worked for them. And Steve told me that it happened very organically. After doing a few episodes where he was acting with Paul, he said his character, Michael Scott, became enraged with Toby, like a homicidal urge welled up in him and never left.
Great. How many cameras would be going in this scene?
So The Office is always shot with 2 cameras. It's the simplest thing in the world to shoot, and all you filmmakers should just replicate this.
Yeah.
It comes out of reality TV. So if you're going to shoot reality TV, what you do is there's a room full of people. Well, put 2 cameras on them, basically one in each corner of the room, and they're sort of each shooting at an angle. It's called cross coverage. So one is shooting from from one corner of the room into the other, and the camera angles are crossing each other. That's basically it. In the first take, you shoot wide. First couple of takes, get it wide, and then as subsequent takes go on, you just punch the camera in closer, and then you get your wides, your close-ups, and your mediums without ever moving the cameras. It's really good for improv.
Yeah.
Because when Steve is improvising with Jenna, no matter what they say, we have both sides covered all the time.
Sure.
If you don't have that, you've got to remember
The improv.
when you've got Steve doing all this great improv. All right, now we got Jenna's coverage. What did Steve say? I hope somebody wrote it down.
Yeah.
No, with cross coverage, it's a miracle for improv.
Are you a guy who's do you like people improvising, or are you more word perfect on your stuff? Was it tough to get used to this, or
The style evolved quickly and very effectively, where they would always get it scripted for the first several takes. This cross coverage mockumentary style allows you to shoot a lot more takes.
Sure.
You don't have to move the cameras. We just put the cameras in there. Let's do 8 takes, 12 takes. That's unheard of in normal coverage, where you might get 4 to 6. So that means that you're gonna get improv. You just have time to do it.
Yeah.
Typically, the actors will do it scripted the first 4 times and 5 maybe, and then they start going off a little. And it's fine. You've got it. You've got it scripted.
Yeah.
But the show, people ask how much of the show is improv. We estimate about 15%.
okay? That's not nothing though.
No, it's
Right.
great. It really adds this specialness and a sense of vivacity, and it's not ossified. It's not calcified. Hi, I got a 780 on my vocabulary SATs. And it's much more alive when you're throwing some of that improvised stuff. Even overlapping will make you feel like this is real and unscripted.
Yeah. How would you write overlapping into the script? It's just next to each other on the page?
Personally, I don't like it when people write overlapping.
Yeah.
You can kind of encourage the actors to do it sometimes, but you can do it in Final Draft. They have a little function there where you do
Two
side by
sides,
side.
Side by side. Dual dialogue.
Yeah.
It's called.
Dual dialogue. Yeah, we're sponsored by Final Draft.
Was it always the intention to keep Andy?
Yes, it was. We knew we were going to bring him into the cast. And we knew everybody who was going to stay. It was kind of like 10 Little Indians. The merger brought in a bunch of people who stayed for episodes, and then one by one they're lopped off. But we knew that they were going ahead of time. Yeah.
Sure.
You look at these two dorks. It's so fun when two guys with the same level of dorkness go at each other.
And they're great when they're friends later on in the seasons too.
Yeah,
Boy,
they
they're
found
just
the
so
common
brilliant.
denominator. Yeah, for sure.
That's a good show, The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? Were you shocked? Were you
What a funny conclusion to come to after doing this many podcasts about it.
I've seen every episode 10 times.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have were you surprised by the resurgence?
Yes,
'Cause
absolutely.
It feels like COVID, really.
sure.
Yeah, it
brought it
did
back.
surprise me, but it gratified me because, again, the staff, the original staff that created this show, Greg, Steve Carell, all the writers that I mentioned, Jen Salata, Paul Lieberstein, Mike Schur, Mindy Kaling, Lee and Jean. I'm leaving some people out, but these people had such high aspirations for the show. I came in season 3.
Yeah.
Just mooching off what they had created. And but they really wanted to do something that was just going to be historically great. They really were aiming for greatness, even more than success. Certain people that I've worked with, Judd Apatow is another one of these. Bob Odenkirk comes to mind. They are so motivated by doing great stuff that it's much more important that they do that than succeeding.
Sure.
I mean, Judd's whole philosophy was do something great and get canceled, and then your peers will figure out a way to hire you on something else.
So which happened, and it worked for him.
It worked for Judd. Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, is appreciated a couple of years later for sure.
So it's really cool when you do that, and then it turns out the audience feels the same way and comes back to it.
Right.
So the aspirations on this were very high. Greg thought that it would change TV, that TV would become more grounded and realistic as a result of the success of The Office. But that did not happen.
Yeah.
It turns out this was a bit of a one-off.
Yeah. Got more mockumentaries though.
Got more documentaries,
kick
but
that off.
they retain the sensibility of previous television, which is to say they still lean very artificial. You could not do stuff on this show that wasn't grounded in reality. I mean, I remember very many times going on set thinking, oh, this is a funny joke. And the cast just going, nah, my character wouldn't say that.
Sure.
And then you just go, you're right. You know,
Yeah.
it's funny, but funny is not the ultimate priority.
Sure.
Realism is more important than funny on this show.
Yeah. And these guys, even after 9 years, they feel like real people still,
Sure,
which I think is such a salute to you guys that by the end you're still not like these are cartoon characters.
Yes.
These are
They're outliving their lives,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
though
yeah.
the documentary's
Totally.
over. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That was fun. What a fun combo.
The Office. Brian, there is a man standing outside my window. He was just staring at us for a few seconds. I don't know who he is.
Paparazzo.
It was Paparazzo. This is not a lie.
No.
This is not a lie. My door was open. He peeked into the room. Do you think he thinks we're Joe Rogan?
I think so. I think he thinks you're Joe Rogan, and I'm John Eric Hexum, the star of Voyagers, and Cover Me, who accidentally shot himself.
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's a great actor from the 80s. He passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah. You
yeah.
look like him, though.
No, he was a handsome
No,
guy.
you look like him now.
What am I going to do with you? This was a great episode. Brent gave us a lot of insight. Please ignore Patrick's extremely offensive joke just now.
You brought him up.
I'm just a big fan of John Eric Hexum. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Some of our plugs is Patrick's going away for a couple weeks.
Thank God.
He's been canceled as a result of the John Eric Hexum joke. I will be doing this by myself. Next week, it will be Patrick Cotnor is going to do I'm Connor Ratcliffe, a George Lucas
It's not even
story.
his last name. It's not even his name.
I know. I'm just tired. This was a great episode, Patrick, and you should be so proud of yourself.
Oh,
I'm doing the J-O move with my hand. The audience can't see it. No, I'm not. This
the
is
J.O. Sanders, a great character actor.
Look, I keep saying it, but sometimes we really strike gold, and this was one. I thought he was a great guest.
Hey, I agree with you.
You had some great questions, and I was charming.
Oh, well, that's nice. Brian, this episode's coming out late June.
Oh, it's my birthday.
When does your movie come out?
July 1st, unless you're in a different country. Then
It's really
it could be
like
out,
2 weeks.
It could be out now if you're in a different country.
Minions and Monsters.
Minstrels and Monsters.
Yep.
Minions
good.
and Monsters, starring. I don't remember who's in it. Oh, I do. I got it. Trey Parker, Jeff Bridges, Christoph Waltz, Zoe Deutsch, Jesse Eisenberg, Phil Lamar, Bobby Moynihan, Allison Janney, Pierre Coffin as the voice of those lovable minstrels.
And me.
Nope, you're not in it.
Why?
You're not in it.
Did you even ask?
Did I ask if you could be in it?
Yeah.
No, why would I do that?
I don't know.
If you pause the credits, you might see Patrick's first name somewhere in it as a
Whoa.
little salute to Patrick.
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Brian, July 11th
Uh-huh.
at Dynasty Typewriter, we're doing a live reading of Star Wars Episode 9,
Oh, that's
The
pretty
Rise
soon.
of Skywalker.
Yeah.
It's called Grandpa's Haunted Planet. It's a play on the Muppets Haunted Mansion. We are running out of Muppet movie titles.
That's a bad title.
Well, sometimes you gotta
What about
work with what you got.
Palpatine's Haunted Man?
I already have the posters printed, Brian.
No, that's a bad title. I would pull it.
No, I don't think so.
I would pull it.
I don't think
That's
so.
a terrible. That might sink you. I don't
it's
think you're going to
Brian-
sell out at all.
Brian, it's already sold
Oh,
out.
so how can we watch it?
Well, you can watch it on live stream. There are live stream tickets. swliveread.com.
It's the best thing about California is you can go see it live, but the best thing about being alive is you can listen to Patrick's and watch Patrick's show.
You can also
Can you put that on the poster?
yeah, no, that's good.
I love these live streams. They're so fun.
you
So
want-
yeah, it's sold out, but
yeah. Live streams very
yeah,
helpful to
yeah.
us.
It's the only
Help
way to
us
see it.
Keep these guys going.
Yep.
Also, George Lucas Talk Show, a bunch of stuff on our YouTube channel, a bunch of new shows from the past few months. We did some shows in New York. We did some shows in Pittsburgh. Whole mess of stuff up there. There's also the documentary about the show. I'm George Lucas, a Connor Ratliff story. It's out on Blu-ray right now via Kino Lorber. It's been a little bit cheaper recently.
Yeah, same with Big Helium Dog.
Yeah,
There's
which
been
is
a
great.
discount.
So 2 discs. Over 100 hours of bonus features, 58 audio commentaries, real crazy. Also, here's a plug. I have an audio commentary on another Blu-ray.
What's that?
Did I tell you about this?
No.
I'm on a documentary giving an audio commentary for a movie called Star Wars Kid,
Oh, great.
which is about, remember that viral video of the boy with the lightsaber in
Yeah,
his
he
garage?
just wants to be left alone. I'm so glad someone made a documentary.
There's a
about him.
documentary about him. He's fully in it.
Is he in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's-
can't wait to watch
Oh,
this.
it's fully about him.
Can I buy this now?
You can literally have my copy.
Well, no, I'm
because-
just trying to help you
Oh,
sell
okay,
it.
great.
Oh, okay.
But I do an audio commentary with my friend Brandon Winerdy from Talking Bay 94 and
That's
from Star Wars
amazing.
Insider.
How's he doing? I can't wait to watch.
It's good. It's a good documentary.
Good,
It's
okay.
fun.
But is he doing okay?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, he's in the documentary.
I know. It doesn't mean he's doing okay.
No, I think he's doing fine.
Charles Manson did interviews from jail. Doesn't mean he's doing good.
Never did a documentary though.
No, I didn't.
It's good though. You go check that out.
I can't wait. What's it called again?
It's called Star Wars Kid.
Great name.
Star Wars Kid: The Rise of the Digital Shadows. I got it from Vinegar Syndrome. That's who released it. Vinegar Syndrome. Great. But go check that out. And thank you so much for listening, Brian. We got a good one next week.
I have one more plug.
Okay, what is it?
I'm in a movie that's coming out in late July called Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I can't say who I play.
Yeah.
But it is a very, very popular villain.
Mary Jane. It's Mary Jane.
No, Mary Jane is played by.
No, that's MJ.
That's Michelle. Yeah, she's Michelle.
She's
right?
Michelle Jones.
Yeah. No, I look. I don't even know if I should be telling this part, but I am in it, and I have a pretty big part that they're keeping under wraps. So
That's really cool.
yeah, Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Is under wraps like a hint for something?
Yes, I'm the mummy. No, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Tell me what you think.
That's great.
I'm really proud. I've been working for a long time on it. Yeah.
Brian, we have one of our famous Muppet episodes next week.
Oh my God, which one?
I'm not going to say.
Okay. Also, can I do one more plug?
Yeah, I guess
it
so.
should be out in theaters now. It's a movie called Jackass. Best and Last.
Yeah.
I'm one of course, one of the Jackass members. I was at the very end of Jackass 4. They brought me back for Jackass 5. I put a lit firecracker in my butt in
That's
this
cool.
one. Spoilers, it doesn't go well.
Oh, that was in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
'cause I know you
might as well be filming it.
Done that otherwise.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I got going on.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, wait, can I do one more?
Yeah,
plug?
sure, go for it.
I'm in a TV show called Big Brother this summer. I'm going to be locked in a house with a bunch of strangers.
Yeah. Your dream.
Yeah. It's all I want in life is to have to talk to people. Yeah. So come see me. I'm going to be doing fun events in the house. I won't be able to see you guys, but you can hire a plane maybe and have it fly over the house when I'm outside sunbathing.
Can I actually plug something related to Big Brother?
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos that I watch sometimes when I'm feeling low is the video of them in, I think it's Big Brother Canada, finding out about COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Go check it out.
Yeah. I'm not in that one. Okay, anyway, thanks so much. Next week, there's the Muppets and Cameron Crowe all in one episode.
Crazy.
Blorpo.
Out. Thanks for listening to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. This has been a That Was Just So Funny production. Your hosts have been Brian Lynch and Patrick Hotner. Music was by Alex Peabody, and our art was by Abigail Noy. You can find out more about the show by going to HeyThat'sMePod.com and checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/commentary. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.